A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
The Kansas State hire of Colin Klein is one of the best of the college football season. Klein obviously was a Heisman Trophy candidate, played for the Wildcats, and was mentored under their legendary coach. Now he's back running his own program after a successful stint at Texas A&M as the offensive coordinator. Colin Klein has all of the tools to possibly be a great coach at Kansas State. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. The Wildcats offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment. Looking for space, it's Jackson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Gun room at the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Gives it on the option. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to run, it's Jackson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Maybe headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's McClure. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. On the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's a heat. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting the scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offensive coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score on this next possession.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they swarm him under. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll move the wide receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Fires to the right. Got his man. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and they will score. Touchdown, Kansas State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot got on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Bring in the heat. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Second down coming up. Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll do it himself. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Line getting set on second down. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab over the middle. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Here's a little room there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on first and goal. He'll keep it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to pound their way in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. Trying to slam in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Pulls and fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. On the move, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's White. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pulls it in, it's Hill. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The option look. The option, the keeper. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Finding some room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Nice move there. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Now on 2nd down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. To the air on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Green Wave. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the 1st half. Now, in the 2nd half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that one's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the counter. Maybe a crease. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Razorbacks eyeing a 2nd win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the 1st half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tulane.
But really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback, and when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. That's caught. It's Fields. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Johnson looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. On the option. The pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Right on the money. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. So we're starting to get late. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Johnson wants to throw it. Fierce the pressure. And they got him.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He lets one fly deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Gonna run it. It's Fields. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads it left. Finds his man. It's Oakland. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fields. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12. They'll stop it for a moment here as there's an injured Kansas State Wildcat down on the play. Keeps it on the draw. Might have a chance. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Motion from the wideout. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Manning. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. He's going to take off. There he goes. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Might as well give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. Nice move there. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Fields. Picks up the 1st down. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Duff. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He is in! Takes the fumble to the house! Touchdown, Wildcats! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing... Makes the catch, and he's free. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Spins away from the defense. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Duff. Rushes on him, and it's incomplete on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. Running inside, it's McClure. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They'll keep it on the ground. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Offense in a bunch formation. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st down here for the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finding an escape route. Got enough for the 1st. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Keeps it on 1st down. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.